All right, guys, what's up?
What's going on, man?
What's happening, brother?
Oh, well, just doing some artwork. Working on art. Been doing that, writing and doing art, and prepping for an Indiegogo. So kind of the same thing you guys do. And so now it's time to take a break. And so that's what we do. Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. We take a break, and we'll be doing that for about an hour here tonight. And Dutton is late. If you're a regular to the show, this is like our 5th episode, I think. If you're regular to the show, you know that Dutton is usually late. So our format works out pretty good because we've been lucky to have some guests, which allows us to not have to be silent. So we don't have to wait on Dutton.
There you go. That's good. That's good, man.
Yeah. With no guests, I can imagine that's tough. It's like, hey, welcome to the show. I'm here by myself.
Yeah,
it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's called Take a Break with Luke and Dutton, and there's Luke,
but there's no
Luke.
Dutton.
It's Luke and Luke. So here we go. Already getting some comments coming in. William Pace says very cool intro he meant. There you go. Apparently Chuck Pino is here somewhere. I'm not sure where, but we like Chuck. So yep, feel free to ask comments and make comments, things like that. So tonight, what we're going to do first, we're going to talk about what you guys are working on, which is it's pretty BA, man. It's pretty awesome, actually, what you guys got going on. So we're going to talk about what you're doing, and then we are going to discuss. I'm really excited about the new Mortal Kombat movie coming out. I don't know about you guys, but I loved that game.
Yes,
in my opinion, that was like the best game ever. But I was thinking, I love those fighting games, and one of the things that I would like to see is a Marvel versus DC fighting game. And so I want to talk about our 20 best characters from either one of those to fight in this Mortal Kombat style fighting game. And then what I want to do is I want to turn the tables a little bit, and I want to talk about our best indie characters. What are the best indie characters that we could pop in there? And it doesn't have to be like CG. It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be just like people that nobody knows, but it could be considered indie. Does that sound like fun?
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
For sure.
So yeah, I just want to play your video first, and then we'll get started showing off your campaign. So this is called Justice City Chronicles, and the art is absolutely amazing, and you guys will 100% be impressed by this. Here you go. All right, that's a cool video. There's no talking on that video.
There is no talking on that video.
Figaro, why didn't you do a voiceover?
What? I did one, but we thought it was inappropriate.
You be inappropriate. I don't believe it.
I know, me neither. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is bullshit, But apparently we we did one, and we had some voiceover work, and I don't know. Ask Marcus why we don't have voiceovers. Why,
Marcus? Why don't we have
him.
voiceover work on this?
Oh. No, Anthony actually had the guy who did the gentleman who did the voiceover for the God's Hand trailer record some stuff for this. This, like, I've only done 2 videos, like 2 trailers ever. For these were this one and the one I did before with my first 2. So I wasn't sure about having to do the voiceover and stuff, and this was already done by the time that came through. So I was like, well, you know what? We'll just go with it as it is.
I told him he needed a voiceover. So
Yeah. Well, I like a voiceover because
he told me, he said, "Fuck you,"
because I don't want to read. It's like homework. You're giving me homework now. I'm just messing with you guys. This is your campaign.
I'm not. I'm very serious about it.
It's like, put a voiceover on there, he says.
Well, we had one that I cut, and it may. We'll see. I think the last week we're going to put it out.
That art is awesome, man. So
but you see what we got coming next, bro. So,
yeah. All right. So you guys are sitting at $12,000. You don't even need my help, man.
Well, we just come on here to have fun, baby. You know. What I mean?
There you go. Because we're going to have fun.
It's all lanyard.
138 backers, man. Congratulations, guys.
We've got to get that.
Thank you.
Man.
11 days.
200. I need 60 backers in 11 days.
Yeah, you could. I think you can do it. I think you can do
60 backers.
I think I've backed this already. I'm not logged in, so because I don't want to dox myself.
Right.
Not that I really care about that, but man, look at this art, man. This is noise. Derek Fury says it's noise.
Noise.
Man, it's sick. So, Anthony, you're the artist on this thing?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Right.
I'm the
artist. Marcus, you are the
writer.
The writer. All right. So at least we know it's going to be readable.
I do the uninteresting part.
Right. It's just,
Dude, okay. So here's my deal with writers. I think a lot of people's like, oh, they're a great writer, right? And here's my problem. I don't think that people actually read people's comments.
You don't think?
Because there's people that come out and they like have the attitude like, I'm a good writer. I'm a good writer, right? And so everyone's like, oh yeah, well, they're a good writer. I'm like, well, then I've read their stuff. I'm like, have you read it? So writing is as important as the art. I don't care what you say, because you could team up killer art and a really crappy story, and you're like, well, that was.
I mean, let's not forget the 90s. Let's.
Well, I mean, that was the majority of the 90s, but
I'm giving you a hard time.
You just chuck a lot of stuff at the wall and you hope something sticks.
Look, man, I wear in this situation, I wear one hat. When I do God's Hand, I wear both. So it's,
I know. So
you know what I mean? I get it. We bust each other's balls over this shit.
So I've got God's Hand, and it's a good book. Okay. And I'm excited about this one. But yeah, look at that. This is gorgeous stuff. You get a lot of covers here. Who's this guy?
That's Nero. That's Nero. That's the Nero. He is the main character.
Main protagonist.
The main protagonist.
Talk like a writer. Come on, bro. It's a protagonist.
Okay. He's the good guy. Tell us what this book is about.
You want to run the pitch today?
I'll run the pitch.
There you go, baby.
This volume 1, follows Nero as he's about to face his final trials at the Garrison. The Garrison is a academy for basically the superpowered people of this universe that we've created. There's a lot of other stuff going on. His brother's returned from 4 years in the field. His older brother. His dad is the headmaster at the school. There's a little animosity there. Nero's very arrogant. He's trying to live up to his dad's, his reputation, stuff that he's done. And that's where we catch up with the story. When it's all said and done, Nero is on his first mission, which goes horribly wrong. And that's where it launches the story from there.
Right.
Anthony says, Well, Nicholas Anthony.
Nicholas
Tucker
Anthony.
says that is amazing art.
Thank you, brother.
This story looks
appreciate
cool
that.
too. This looks fun. So you've unlocked the first card. You've unlocked 10 extra pages.
Oh, we haven't have we updated that or no?
You didn't update
No.
the 14
We
grid.
haven't updated it. So 12 unlocked all 3 of the trading cards.
Wow.
So you get all 3, and then 13 is actually going to unlock the oversized trading cards. We're going to
oversized trading. What's the like how big is the oversized trading card?
Show them, Big Mark. Show them. You got some samples.
All right,
made.
I'm going to make Mark big. Bear with me, I'm not a producer. Oh, they're big.
Show them the original.
So that's what a standard card would be.
Okay.
So
Do people like the big cards?
We're gonna find
I
out.
don't know. We're gonna find out.
I think they're cool. But man, I think everything's cool. I'm not the best judge of stuff. I'm like, people are like, hey, it's a USB with your name on it. Yes. I'm like jamming out on all that kind of stuff. Did you say you put my name on something? Man, this stuff looks great. So you've got a lot of tiers going on. I'm gonna try not to give everybody look at some of these pages. You got these are interior pages that are finished.
Mm-hmm.
So you unlocked adding 10 more pages. Do you still have to draw those, or were those ready to go?
Those are basically what we did was we took all of our production stuff for the next 2 to 3 issues, and we're gonna put that in there. So you're gonna get a lot of character bios. You're gonna get you're basically gonna get a sneak peek at everything to come. Because we really, really wanted to show some of these designs and some of these, because we got a lot of mercenaries, a lot of mechs, a lot of stuff like that we think is really cool. So we thought, well, let's put all the production stuff in here so you see what's coming next.
Now, I have heard that you did the art for this a while ago, didn't you, Anthony?
For those interiors you're looking at, right? Everything else is fresh. So you have about 20 interiors, which are going to be basically never before seen, remastered, never seen print before. And then the rest of the book, which is going to be an additional like 40 pages, is going to be all new stuff. Because me and Mark, cool. this was an IP this IP actually started in 2005.
Okay.
It was the first book that me and Marcus ever worked on.
Okay, and this looks really good.
Yeah, it's well, that was one of the reasons why I think me and Marcus felt like, we wanted to bring it back out, because that's how we felt about it in 2005. And it just and it was different times then. It was rougher times then. And the first issue saw print. It went through Diamond. We were published through Ape Entertainment. And we were working on the second book, and Katrina hit, and it just, I don't know, everything kind of went south from there. And so, years later, here we are back in the mix, and it's like, Marcus, came back in and after God's hand, and it was just like, well, look, let's relaunch this, man, because this is something that we had, a lot of fun doing, and it was our first project, and so, we got a lot of love for it, and so we said, well, piss on it, let's do it, let's put it back out. So,
dude, it looks great. It looks great, and so we're going to talk about it more at the end. As more people kind of might start making their way back in and watching the show and stuff like that. But hey, look who we got. We got Supervillain Dutton.
He was talking bad about you, bro.
Thanks for showing up.
I mean, I believe it. It. He does it all the time.
Thanks for showing up, Dragon.
Yeah,
about time. So I changed where my webcam normally is. It's normally really far away from me, but I brought it up closer, so you're going to get a...
All I know is Figaro looks like someone who's about to hustle someone at pool.
Not me. No way. That's Mark.
No, it's not Mark.
Mark, did you play pool?
No, I think you nailed it on the head the first time.
Don't believe the hype, bro. I'm terrible.
See, that's what a hustler would say.
Exactly.
When we meet up, we'll play, and look, friendly game. A couple $100. You know what I mean? And
it's all,
you already too rich for my blood. Couple hundred. You already too rich for my blood. I will play you for like little Debbie snacks.
There you go. Oh, shit. Now you're talking Marcus's language over here. He's gonna be like, "Hey, motherfucker, you better play this dude, and you better win straight up." I want my cut.
That sounds like fun.
It does, man. One of these days we're gonna have us we're gonna have us a meetup, man. You know, somewhere. You know?
Absolutely. I think that'll be a lot of fun. We can't go any place family friendly. Because Figaro will get kicked out.
They won't even let me in the door. They'll be like, look at this guy. Get her.
Like, what's happening here?
Run a facial scan.
What are you talking about?
Get him out of here.
All right. So we are tonight. I just want to hang out a little bit and talk about some fun stuff. So we've been talking about things happening in the comic world, and there's like a nuclear bomb every week in the comic book industry.
Seems like it.
That we can talk about, but we don't want to. I don't want to talk about that stuff. Tonight. There's a lot of negativity. There's some jackwagon that got arrested. I think we've all made our statements about that and what we feel about that guy.
Marcus.
Tonight, I want to talk about something fun. So, the new Mortal Kombat. What's that?
What?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Happy 420, everybody.
So, so the new Mortal Kombat movie's coming out, right? It's when's that release? Does anybody know when that releases?
Like 3 days.
In like 3 days, right? So if you got HBO Max, you'll be able to watch it in 3 days. I think is how that works out.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm watching this thing in 3 days, right? And I'm excited about it. Not only am I excited about it, my wife is excited about it. My daughter's excited about it. My son's excited about it. I love these fighting games like Injustice and Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff like that. The one game we haven't seen is Marvel versus DC. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, personally, I would love to use Captain America to kick Batman's butt. Right? Think about it. Now, I love Batman. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan. But, we always talk about who would fare better in a fight. So the first thing I want to talk about, let's pick 10 or 20, however many we want. Marvel team versus DC team for like that fighter game stuff. All right.
All right.
Who's your Marvel character?
Let's see. I mean, you got to start out with stuff like.
You don't say.
Anthony, I think you froze, man.
Yeah.
He just pulled a Drax.
Well, you got to start with. I'm just going to finish the sentence.
Yeah,
you got to
know
start
him
with.
Well enough.
I don't know where he was going with it. Okay, so we're doing like it has to be the heroes. It could be anybody from either side.
Anybody from either side. We're just putting DC against Marvel, Marvel against DC. That's all we're doing.
I want to see. Really? Okay. I want to see, personally, Thanos versus Superman.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
That would be.
I want a Thanos versus Superman throwdown.
Okay, so we got to have a Thanos on one side, a Superman on the other. And all right. He's back.
Anyways, there was this guy named Iron Man. And then you got all kind of different suits, Hulkbuster. Yeah. I mean, I don't know which but the Iron Man, you'd have to put that in there.
He's picking a character and already thinking about DLC skins.
I mean,
that's exactly what you need to do. All right, so you got Iron Man on one side. Who do you got on the other side?
Maybe Blue Beetle comes to mind. He's got the same. It's different, but it's kind of similar. You know what I mean? Where he's got kind of a suit that has nanotech and nano abilities and stuff to it like that.
Yeah. Dutton, how about you?
All right, so on Marvel side, I'm going Thor because he's my favorite.
Okay.
And then on the DC side, you know what? I'm going to go Howard Jordan.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay. So here's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see, I think, from Marvel, I always want to play as Wolverine. So Wolverine's got to be over there. But I think from DC, I would like to see them go up against Nightwing.
Wolverine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wolverine would totally tear him up.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would agree with that assessment.
And it would be fun to tear up Nightwing. In my opinion.
So you living out fantasies over there? What you doing?
Man. I'll tell you.
I was trying to build like a fighties over there, living out fantasies and shit.
But I think it's also fun to use Nightwing. See, because we've gotten some DC characters that we've got from Injustice, so we kind of know what it would be like to play them. But we don't really know what it would be like for some of these Marvel characters, especially the villains. You don't see a lot of the villains get any love over there.
So I'd like to do
another one on Marvel. I would like Venom just because he hasn't been in since like Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he was my favorite character on that game.
versus who though? Who on the other end?
You know what? Let's say Mongol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marcus.
I would go with Wolverine again, but I'd pair him off against Deathstroke.
I was thinking,
that'd be
this me and this my like.
That'd be a good one. It's like you guys are like sharing a brain.
Bro, that's scary. That's fucking scary. Fucking scary.
Look, Deathstroke and Taskmaster. There's another Deathstroke.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. That is a real good one. I'd say Swamp Thing versus Thing.
Okay.
So you get both things going at it.
I'm gonna steal Dutton's. I'm gonna go Thor versus Shazam.
Oh yeah, I like that.
See, that one
Lightning
was
ball.
like too on the nose, and I thought of it. And I'm like, but I've read that comic though.
Did you? I didn't know it was a comic.
Yeah, in like the 90s, they had the what was that? How do you pronounce that? Like album, whatever universe, where it was like Marvel versus DC, like crossover event, and there was like some rules in place, like Superman couldn't lose, Batman couldn't lose, I think Spider-Man couldn't lose, but they did a one battle of Thor versus Shazam, and like Thor won, then something happened where Thor got like jettisoned, and like Wonder Woman picked up his hammer.
You gotta be clear about that too, because it's like, what Thor are you talking about?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got this Thor. You have King Thor. You had the Thor that was a herald of Galactus, which was ridiculous. You know what I mean? So you got to think about that too. Which Thor are you talking about?
Or are we talking about Chris Hemsworth?
Chris Hemsworth.
I have it on good authority that Dutton simps over Chris Hemsworth.
Damn.
I'm messing with you, Dutton. So yeah, Dutton's my brother, man. I love this guy. We're like stepbrothers.
How about Punisher versus Red Hood?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Hail, Phoenix. Nice to see you tonight. Right now in the conversation, what we're talking about is teaming up like
you know what?
Fighter style
I think
game.
it's a good one.
My favorite DC versus Marvel.
Galactus versus Darkseid.
I like that one. What do you think about Wonder Woman versus Psylocke?
It's tough. It's tough just because, yeah, you know, she's got the she's so strong and so fast. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue with that.
Yeah.
That's what I would think. That would be an issue. I don't know. I'm so freaking out the loop on freaking DC, man. I mean, I could do the obvious, which is like, what about Aquaman versus Namor? You know?
Yeah, yeah, that was kind of fun. You know, like Quicksilver versus Flash.
There you go. I think Flash takes him. I think Flash is way, as far as speedsters go.
Yeah,
I think Flash is.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you this. I used to hate Flash until I watched the Justice League Snyder Cut. And I felt like that was the only character they developed well. Like ever in that. But most of the time I'm like, what's his powers? He runs fast. Like, that's not a power. That's, you know.
It's hard because Flash really hasn't had. you're not like cinema wise, you're not pulling from anything else. You know what I mean?
No,
Unless you read the comics,
you got to
which
go straight to the comics.
yeah, which I've never read, so it's like I get the same thing as Luke
He's got
does. It's kind of like
the like TV show.
Well, you got two. What do you had? You had Wally West and Barry Allen. Wally West was in. I thought Wally was in Justice League Unlimited. Wasn't that Wally? Which one would have had Wally? Wally West.
I think it was Unlimited.
Maybe it was, but you had Wally West on one of them. And then you had Barry Allen. You had those two right there.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. Here's what's so difficult about teaming up any of the Marvel characters with the DC characters. It's almost like every DC character is a Mary Sue. You can't beat them. They're overpowered. They all got like god tier powers.
Luke is shitting on DC right now.
You know what?
And believe it or not, I actually buy more DC comics than I buy Marvel.
But you know what?
These days,
it makes sense though, because look at how big Batman is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's the one where it's like you could overpower him because he finds a way, but theoretically he's only human. So
yeah.
Which
he's like one of the only characters that's like that. Yeah.
You realize that on the big screen. Batman's good in cartoons and he's good in comic books. You put him in like live action, and all of a sudden you're just like, "Oh shit, bro!" It's like
when they had to climb the stairs in Justice League.
Well, Zack Snyder had to be like, "Yo, here's all these missiles. Just your car has nothing but missiles."
yeah, it's fun. So,
well, that's the thing. You know what? It's hard. It's hard to do him in that setting without really developing him. You know what I mean? Like you would have had to give him his own movie and kind of like, all right, then you can build into Justice League like what he's actually doing, because like through most of that it was like, oh, he'll shoot some parademons. You know what I mean? Like, well, the rest actually saved the world.
Now, Nick, you're going to have to tell me these non-powered characters, because I am not familiar with very many non-powered characters. Ictus is in here tonight. What's up, Total Excellence?
Ooh, Booster Gold?
Okay, Booster Gold. All right. Yeah.
That's all I know.
All right, so let's
you have the entire Bat family.
All right,
which is
so
like
let's flip the script a little bit. Let's go with indie characters. Let's have indie characters fighting each other in a Mortal Kombat style video game. Who do you go with?
How about Hellboy against Spawn?
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Question: does anybody know any other indie characters besides Hellboy and Spawn?
Yeah.
I mean, you got Jean Lafitte and Nero.
Okay.
You know, these guys, Colton Finn, the Praetorian. Let's go.
Yeah.
I got one.
So we'll do a video game based on the Justice City universe versus
I got one for you. I got one for you. So how about Black Terror versus Doc Strange?
Okay.
That's old. That's golden oldies there.
Yeah.
All right.
Real old.
Are you familiar with Modin's book, Michael Odin?
Uh-huh.
All right. So let's say Achilles. What's one character of yours that you would pit up against Achilles?
You talking to me or Marcus?
Either one of you. We'll give both of you your feedback.
Achilles. See, it's hard because I don't have,
I'd put Jean Lafitte out there.
Yeah, that's a completely different skill set.
Wow,
That'd be interesting.
Lafitte's been. You got to figure Lafitte's been in. He knows how to handle a sword, right? He knows how to handle weapons because he's been in wars since before the turn of the century. He also knows how to manipulate reality a little bit. He's got the use of magic. He has. He's immortal. He has. So he's got healing abilities. So I think it would be good. It would be a good fight. He's been around
Pretty
for 200 years. Oh, so we good. We good. That's just me, you know. I could make it fair and throw Whitey in there, you know. Whitey's a Yeti, an Indian Yeti. You know, he's kind of strong. So.
All right, okay, that's pretty good.
You know what? In indie characters I would like to see fight.
Who's that?
Lady Death versus Carmen America.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I would like to see. What's that cat's name from your book, God's Hand?
Which one?
Figaro? The main dude, the bad guy.
The bad guy?
Yeah, the bad guy.
King of the Dead. That's King.
King of the Dead. I'd like to see the King of the Dead go up against Bishop Lucas from Voodoo Nations. I think that'd be nice. Because it doesn't look like Bishop would do much because of his size, but he's clever. He's like a Joker in that sense, where it doesn't look like he would. He's not going to overpower anyone physically, but he's a trickster, so he gets a lot of stuff done. I'd like to see that.
Interesting.
I'd like to see. Yeah, Marcus, what do you got?
I don't have a bunch of anything. I'm still thinking. Nero versus Achilles here.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
So you know what? I here's what I think is our problem, and I'm gonna have a call out to the indie community. We need to read more indie books.
I mean, I know a bunch of indie stuff, but I'm like, I don't know if it'll go over people's heads or not.
Yeah, but see, think about that. Like, we can talk all day long about Marvel versus DC because we know all those characters, right?
We grew up.
But we know that Marvel and DC, they suck right now.
Yeah.
They've sucked for a while, right? So we should be reading indie books so we can find out which one of your characters can go up against which one of the characters from, like who can handle the Embrace, or who can take on Trash Man, or that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff we need to. That's what I think we need to do. I think that needs to be our push. Like, hey, everybody, read these books so that we can figure out who's tougher than who.
See, I would like to see, Invincible versus Cyberfrog.
Now that's pretty cool. Yeah, I would like to see Cyberfrog take on somebody.
Yeah,
I'd like to see.
What? Well, why don't we just do it? Why don't we just have Cyberfrog take on the Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, or the Battletoads.
Oh, who do you think would win between Earthworm Jim and Cyberfrog?
Ooh, see, that becomes a closer matchup because Earthworm Jim has laser guns.
Right?
It's a tough one. Marcus, what do you think?
Well, I got to go with Cyberfrog all day.
Yeah. How about Salamandroid versus all 4 Ninja Turtles?
I would think.
Did you read Cyberfrog? I feel like Sal would be like 1 turtle, 2 turtle.
He's pretty big.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But the turtles are tenacious, right? So like they've got some tenacity to them. So I think they'd put up a little bit of a fight.
I think so too. Plus, I mean, plus I think everybody gets a little skewed with their vision of the turtles as like just the cartoon turtles.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So,
but like the real life turtles, I mean, well, not like the original. I keep calling them the real life turtles, like
the real life,
like the real life turtles.
Like real turtles, man, like the turtles.
The OG
slow,
turtles.
But
yeah, the OG turtles. Nick says he'd like to see Trash Man go up against Thor. That would be groovy, man.
I like what Randy says. He's got a little sass to him tonight.
I like to see Cyberfrog take on the Postal Service. Yeah. There's that. Is that 3 supposed to be? What is that supposed to be there?
Is that like eyebrows, or is that just devil horns?
It might be.
These kids today, and they're crazy.
Laura Cross versus Abby Chase.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
TMNT versus Battletoads. That would be a cool matchup. I would like to see that happen. And look, Randy agrees with me. We need to take
You
a
know
day
what?
out to read each other's books, man. We absolutely do.
Graveyard Shift versus X-Force.
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be good. You know what book I'm excited to read? I don't know that I was excited to read it when I first started like hearing about it, but I kind of am now. Confession. I was not an anime fan.
Which
a
one
week
is that?
ago. So hold on. I was not a fan of anime a week ago, but I started watching the show called Baki.
On
And I'm
Netflix?
hooked. Yeah, and I'm hooked. It's like this ode to masculinity. It's just two giant guys beating up on each other. It's basically what it is. And so I'm like, so at first I wasn't real super interested in the idea of this book called The Company Men, but I backed it because now I'm like, because he said it's just a bunch of guys beating up on each other. And I'm like, I think I might like that now. I think I might enjoy that. So I'm looking forward to reading that book and your book and seeing which one of those, like, seeing if, and trying to do that little thing in the mind, compare the two characters, like, or two of the characters from each book, see who could take each other or which teams could take each other. That's what I'd like to do.
Company Men definitely looks good. I back that.
Yeah.
So did I. I did, man.
The black and white turtles versus the rest of the turtles from the multiverse. Hands down,
Always-
the black and white turtles, man.
It's always
Yeah.
gonna get. Why y'all
Okay,
always
well,
gotta
black and
make it
white
racial?
turtles
Jesus.
I mean, the OG turtles are like the most like cutthroat.
They were, man. They were vicious. It was fun to watch those things. But
You
So,
know what?
all right.
I want to see a gang war of the hand and the foot.
The hand and the foot together.
that would be good. Turf battles. We should write a fanfic book, and did you know that somebody like wrote a Batman story and put it on Kickstarter, and they let it run?
Did they?
That's what I heard.
I seen them do a
Yeah,
Star
that's-
Wars.
They
one
did a Star
while
Wars
back,
one
bro.
too. Let it run.
That shit was wild. They let it go all the way through. No, I'm asking. Did they? Did they let it go all the way through?
I guess.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think
Maybe if somebody knows, they can correct me on that. But yeah, I think they did.
Fist of the North Star.
Fits in the North Star. So I started watching
that
JoJo.
is a masterpiece.
I started watching JoJo. That's a weird show.
That's a good one too.
That's what I
That is
heard.
weird, man.
It is.
That's like wacky. Yeah.
What
Like
I
my
heard.
mind was blown when I found out what the mask did. I'm like, what? What is this about? This is crazy. So I'm still watching it. Yeah, I'm hooked on that one too, I guess.
I'm gonna have to try
Has,
that.
You know
has
what?
anybody
if you
watched?
Haven't watched.
Hmm.
Whoops. If you haven't watched, go watch Fist of the North Star. It's an old one, but the dude will walk straight through like buildings, hit you with the finger, and be like, "You're gonna explode in like 12 seconds,"
That's
and you
what-
just
that's
see
what
their
Nick
body
said.
contort.
Nick says to go watch it. You say to go watch it. I'll go watch it. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue at all. But yeah. So yeah. Let's get back to this campaign.
Let's do that.
All right. Let's start up here with the with these tiers. So your featured tier, you get it's God's Justice.
Correct.
You get both Justice City Chronicles and God's Hand.
Correct.
Which if
I
you
had to
haven't
close-
read God's
right.
Hand, you better. Man, that's a
Yeah.
good book, man.
Since I had to close the campaign down, there's a lot of people who weren't able to get it, and now they can. So
So this is an opportunity to get two great books. Now, how many pages is Justice City?
currently it'll be 90.
90?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So just getting that's $25. That's a 90-page. That's a graphic novel, brother. That's a lot of pages. For 25, that's an insane amount of value. in my opinion.
Yep. God's Hand is 80. So
God, yeah. So look at all that you're going to get. $50. You get both books, and you get some extra stuff in there. It looks like a bookmark.
metal bookmark.
A metal bookmark. It looks like, is it going to be shaped like a sword? Is that what that is? Is that what that picture shows me?
No, it's just the logo.
It's
That's
the backdrop. If you look down, you'll see. Like if you go down to the next one, you see
Oh,
it.
okay. It's back there. It's like it lined up perfectly, like it's shaped like a sword. It's like, oh, so I'm gonna be able to stab some fools with my bookmark.
I'm about to get that
I will do that. I will
justice. I'm
do
about to
not-
put
yeah.
some
Well, we
God's
wanted
justice.
to, you know what it was? We wanted to do swords as as an add-on. So we just kind of hid it as a bookmark.
Okay.
When
I
you
like
actually
that.
get it, it will be a sword.
Right.
All right, so $25, you get just the book.
Mhm.
For $30, you get
The book and the bookmark.
the book and a bookmark, and that's the
Signed.
sign. Why is it? Oh, it's signed. That's why it's the signature edition.
Sign, baby.
So you get both of your guys' signatures.
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah,
Sweet.
because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up there for a weekend. 'Cause he's in Jersey. I'm gonna go up there for a weekend and do some signings and help him out with some gym. I know I feel the same way, but you know what are you gonna do? I'm willing to put myself through that type of environment and that type of danger
It's all
for the
backers.
customer. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Like you got to do that. You know.
All right. Geared for war. You get a Wolfpack shirt with that.
All right. So the deal with this is that you can and as an add-on, you can get the shirt with any tier, right? It's the same thing with God's Hand. You can get a copy of God's Hand with any tier. It's an add-on.
All right.
However, what we did is every shirt that is purchased through this campaign, $5 from each shirt will go to the Wounded Warrior Project. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to give people the opportunity that if you just wanted to buy the shirt and you just wanted to support, that's fine. You could do that too. So that's why we made a single tier.
Nick says his ears perked up at swords. Says it's not too late to add a tier.
I can draw a sword for you. It'll be just kind of, you know.
Maybe they frown on shipping out swords for Indiegogo. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've yet to do it, so I don't know. All right, and then we got Sergeant Stripes. What's this one?
This is 2 copies of the book. You get to choose which covers you want.
Okay.
It comes with, they're both signed. You get a metal bookmark and a trading card.
Sweet. Okay. $50, great value. Get to pick your thing, and then you got the Sergeant Major, which gives you all the alternate covers.
Yeah, all 3 copies, all signed, metal bookmark, trading card, and the mini print.
And this also includes all of the stretch goal stuff, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So it's not just what is listed, what you're telling me about right now. It's also all that other stuff. So you get a whole lot going on there. Officer's Edition. 2 physical copies, right?
Mm-hmm. 2 physical copies, your choice of covers. They're both signed. 2 metal bookmarks, the print. You get 2 trading cards, the Wolfpack T-shirt, and a hand-drawn sketch card.
That's cool.
Now we did upgrade all the sketch cards to sketch. Is that correct or no, Marcus?
Yeah, they're postcard size.
Gotcha.
Oh, so postcard instead of like the trading card size.
Correct.
Correct.
So Marcus, you're doing the sketch cards?
Yeah, I will be handling the artwork on all the sketch cards.
Awesome.
He does one character. Her name is Iron Frau. And you will be impressed.
I work on a book with a guy named Travis, and he does
Iron Frau?
one thing. No, he does a Ninja Turtle. He can draw a Ninja Turtle. Captain's Club. What's this, man? This looks awesome. Is that a logoed box?
Yes, that's the box set, the first box set. You get all 3 covers signed. You get the complete trading card set, which is 4 cards. Now with the stretch goals unlocked, you get 3 more. You get 3 original sketch cards, a metal trading card that we're going to do, the Wolfpack T-shirt, a Justice City dog tag, and 1 metal print.
Dude, that's awesome. That dog tag sounds fun. That's a neat perk. And then you've got the Grand Admiral. Oh, my gosh, look at all that comes in that thing.
Yeah, that's loaded.
It's like it's basically.
It's loaded, and believe me, I know loaded. That's loaded.
That is loaded. Now, do you have? Does this include Figaro coming and giving you a back rub?
No, that's in the $1,000 one. Like we could only offer 1 of those. You know, you gotta save. You can't put it out on the street like that. You know, you gotta savor it. Yeah. You gotta keep it in demand. So just 1 person each time. That way, they'll whisper about it.
So you also get the God's Hand trading card, and so this includes God Hand stuff too.
Yes.
So that's like, oh man, you've got even more. The Hand of the Emperor. What's in this $500 tier?
Okay, so you get all 3 copies of Justice City Chronicles. Okay. You also get a sketch cover copy.
Okay.
That's limited to 5. And Anthony will do the art on that. You get a copy of You get a copy of God's Hand plus a sketch cover copy of God's Hand. And then you get a sketch cover copy of the Chronicles of Count Carlos, which was a project we both worked on before. You get 2 original sketch cards that Anthony will do. You get the T-shirt and the dog tag. And it all comes in a box.
It comes in that beautiful box.
Yeah, which Marcus is going to show you in a minute.
All right. And then the Emperor's Throne. Oh, that was the one. That's
the one that had the back rub in it.
Oh, dang it. I missed it.
I know. See, but now you're thinking the next time it comes available, I'm going to be ready. You see what I'm saying?
I'm going to get that back rub.
Yeah. That's not what I'm talking about. Now you got people going, okay.
Don't you hate it when a joke goes too far? Lord knows I do.
It can never go too far.
All right, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna bring you guys back up here so that we. You said you want to show off that box.
Oh man, Marcus has got all the goods, brother.
Yes, I do.
Show off all the good stuff, man.
Look at that,
dude. That's gorgeous. So you already got the boxes printed and everything. You're ready to go.
Yep. Boxes are ready to go.
Open it up. Oh, look at that.
Oh, you open it up. Looks like that logo in there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So we got the boxes. Obviously, I'm wearing this shirt, so we got those.
Yeah.
We got the samples of the cards. We were showing you that earlier.
Yeah, those look cool.
So we got all that. What else do we got? We've got some stickers.
Is that just some basic swag that you throw in there?
Yeah, some basic stuff. We got like a little brushed aluminum looking Wolfpack one. We got a Justice City one. Yeah, because
mirror.
Yeah, this is a mirror one.
It's beautiful.
That is gorgeous. Can you
get
that closer to the camera?
It's the velvet of stickers.
Ooh, that's nice.
So you got that one. And you got this one.
Oh, I like that one too. Wolfpack.
Yeah, you know what? Because I'm a sucker. I get on Instagram and like sticker company pops up, and I'm like, ooh, what do they have?
Oh man, I love stickers, and it turns out that most of the people that back the book, they love stickers too. So I do a chibi sticker for every campaign now.
There you go. We got the mini print, Justice City mini print.
Oh, that's nice.
We got that nice gloss on it.
That is a nice gloss.
The dog tags, these are in.
Oh, those look cool.
See that?
And it's just on the one side. It's got something.
It actually does have info on the back. It has one of the characters.
Oh, that's cool. Info. That is
on
cool.
The other side. All right, and we got.
That's the metal bookmark.
Yep, we got all three of those.
That is nice.
That one.
Oh, I like that.
That, and then we got the ghost one.
Oh, that is really cool, guys. But you definitely have the swag on this thing. Like, there's all kinds of stuff.
We are swag heavy.
I like the fact that you already have like swag made to show it off. Like, yo, this is physically what it's gonna look like. That's not just some sort of like JPEG image of what I think it'll look like. Nope, this is boom. It's right here in my hand.
Yeah,
Right.
I do like that. Yeah, I typically do a lot of mock-ups, but I'm just got to start ordering the stuff ahead of time because that stuff looks great. First
It
off,
does,
man,
yeah.
congratulations. Well, not first off, last off. Congratulations, man. $12,000 on a campaign. That is, there's people that they dream of those kind of numbers, and that is just absolutely phenomenal. Congratulations. 310% funded. But you know what? It's not over yet. There's 11
Not
days
over,
to go.
baby.
There's
Not
138 backers. 200 backers would look really good.
over. Oh, it would. 200 backers, 16,000 on the closeout would be perfect.
Is this your first 30 days or your second 30 days?
Marcus, you
This
can
was
answer that
like-
question.
We started the campaign. I mean, all this was kind of like on the heels of fulfilling God's Hand. We knew we'd be doing all the promo stuff together, so we wanted to fulfill God's Hand first. So we waited a little longer to get into the sign-up stage. So when this actually went live, it was like mid-March. So we just ran it from whenever we started it till the end of April. So it's like 47 days, 48 days total.
Gotcha.
So, and this is it. When this closes out in 11 days, we're closing it out. We're not
Closing
adding
it
any
out.
days.
Nah, we're just gonna close it.
Yeah, I'm so tired of the. Is this your first 30 days? Or your second 30 days?
Yeah.
That's something. That's something though that popped up in the last 6 months or something. I don't remember when I ran God's Hand and I was promoting God's Hand and I was on streams with people. I don't remember this being a big thing. Like, I don't remember this running 30 days and then being like closeout stream and then going, oh, I got another 30. I don't remember that. I don't remember. This has got to be something like in the last. I don't know, Luke. What do you remember?
Well, see, because I'm new to the Indiegogo thing and I'm real new to the CG thing, right? So when I came over, people were saying first 30, second 30. I came from a using Kickstarter mostly, and it's it is what it is. Like this is how many days you got, and I did for my trade paperback. I did the first 30 and then the second 30, and man, it was just I didn't feel like I made any more. Like, I probably could have made as much if I just put all that effort into the first 30 days. I let people know, because everyone was expecting. They kept asking the question: is this your first 30 or your second 30? And then on issue 6, the part 1 of the Killing Field, I said, look, I'm running 28 days. No extensions. 28 days, that's it. If you want any of the stretch goals, it's that day. This next book, I'm not even going in demand on it. Like, I'm stopping the whole in demand thing because Hybrids is going with Arrow Comics now. So Arrow Comics is going to be releasing the books. And so I'm just going to keep up with the fans that have been with the series. And so if they want it, they're going to get those issues. I'm going to close out the campaign. It's going to be done. And then if you want those books, you're going to have to go to the direct market and pick them up when Arrow releases them.
Well, that's what. Yeah, I think me and Marcus are going to run a hybrid of that system, to where when it's over, we'll run in demand until the book is fulfilled, right? And then once it's fulfilled, it's like then you close, because it's like I need to move on to another project, and I want. And again, you need to be pulling these people to your own stuff. You need to have your own website. You need to have your own stuff to where you're pulling them, going, look, you can still buy the book. You just have to buy it directly from me now. You know what I mean? Like, because Indiegogo is still taking a percentage, and they still can hold sway over your people. Whereas if I'm pulling them to my site and I'm getting them to sign up on my site, then there's an interaction between me and them directly.
I like the idea of keeping it in demand until you fulfill. I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Mike Pellegrini and Tim Lim have that. They do a Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
They do Indiegogo. And if you didn't back then, all their extras, they have their own website called Iconic Comics. And they just put everything on their website. So
Now,
if you want anything else, you go directly to their website. Boom.
Now, I will say that once you move, I know for me anyways, once the book moves to the website, no more stretch goals though. Like that's specifically for the backers. And I think next time for Godsend, what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm going to offer a couple of special things for the actual live campaign. And that once it goes into in demand, I'm going to pull some of the items off. And that way it's like, because there is something to that. You know what I mean? I know the first time I ran Godsend, it was like, I ran a $10,000 campaign. And so it went all the way to the last day, and it funded on the last day. But again, it was like the people who come in prior to the book being funded, they're taking a shot on you. They're taking a chance on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, so when I moved the campaign over to when it did go into in demand, I did switch up and I did offer less than I offered during the campaign, because I felt like, hey man, during the campaign, this is the live action right here.
Yeah. For in demand on all the campaigns, I've turned off all the extra tiers. And so it's like just the book.
100%. No, I think you limit it down. You know what I'm saying? I think you got to give the stretch goals in the in demand. I don't mind that. But some of the other stuff, I think me and Marcus are going to offer specific prints or cards or something during the live campaign. And once it goes in demand, basically you'll get the stretch stuff, but you won't get access to some of the live stuff, Yeah.
So, I know it's about time to go because my peace tea is empty.
The way to run it, brother.
That's how you run it. It's like we start to run low on the drink, and then it's time to go. So, I got to do a little housekeeping, and then we'll then you guys can tell everybody where they can find you. I just popped into the comments the Indiegogo link for Justice City Chronicles. If you're watching this in playback, feel free to go over there and grab those books. You're going to love them. They're very, very good. Very, very good. My gosh. I swear there was no alcohol in that tea. Mm-hmm. Initial supporters totally deserve something special is what Nick says, and I totally agree with him. There's a couple things going on that I do want to share with you right now. Arrow Comics has a special they have something running on Indiegogo, and here, check out the pitch.
Over 110 great pages of black and white comics, over 15 complete stories performed by over 24 creators, all contributors or listeners to the Indie Volt podcast. A square-bound graphic novel-sized book wrapped around 2 different front covers. This is a flip book with 2 different cover set options for you to choose from. All performed by a wide variety of talent from a wide variety of countries, all wanting to show you their potential and the power of what alternative and independent comics can have. And that's just the start. Stretch goals will add more stories to this book, making it literally as big as the backers can possibly make it, and heralding the return of Arrow Comics back to regular publishing greatness. This is not the time for alternative and independent comics to stand still. This is time to revolt. This is Indie Volt Revolt. Get yours today.
And then I also want to share out this. In 2 weeks, I go live with Hybrids number 7, The Killing Field Part 2. And so sign up for it.
In a world where the powers of the ancient Greek gods live on through their ancestors, it is up to an intrepid team of heroes to foil the wicked plots of the Hybrid Engineering Corporation. Armed with new information concerning an ancient weapon fabled to have the power to kill a demon, Rev and the team split up to gather the shards and put an end to Azazel before it is too late. Little do they know, the Game Master is still pulling the strings. New characters, new threats, and tons of plot-driven action await you in The Killing Field Part 2.
All right, yeah, we're going to be sending out an 8-page preview for that book this week for anyone that signs up for the mailing list. So be sure to do that. You can go to my website, lukestonestudios.com, and find that. Enough about me. Let's get back to Marcus and Figaro. If you will, let everyone know where they can find you and any last parting words for the audience.
Where can they find you, Marcus?
You can find me at MDJesu1 on Twitter and at
Can you spell that for us, please? MD, I don't know how Degusu. Can you spell that?
I mean,
please?
dude, it says my name like literally right there.
Where's your chubby finger pointing? There you go.
MDIGESU.
There you go. Okay, cool.
MDJesu1 on Twitter and at Wolfpack Comics Co. on Instagram. No, I don't have Facebook.
What?
And yes, you can kiss my ass, Anthony, because you're gonna run off like the 72 freaking social media things you have.
I don't have 72. I only have 69, bro. 69, bro.
Very fitting.
Very fitting. All right, Anthony, take it.
All right, so Figaro's my name. Drawing comics is my game, right? So you can find me on all the beautiful social media sites. There's Twitter, it's Kid Destructo. You can find me there. There's Facebook. You can find me at Figaro or Kid Destructo. Instagram, Kid Destructo. LinkedIn, Anthony Figaro. I'm on Tinder for all the ladies out there. So just let you know. All right. You can find me on any of the social media sites you go on. Just type in Anthony Figaro, Kid Destructor, or you can call me at 1-900-UNBELIEVABLE, and I'll pick up the phone and I'll answer your call. So that's all you can go on Indiegogo and back Justice City Chronicles too. So that's all I have, I think.
You can find me. You can find me here Tuesday nights at 8-ish to 9-ish. You can find me on Facebook. Just type in Justin Dutton. You can find me on Twitter at Justin Dutton 18. And coming soon, OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding.
I was waiting for Figaro to get his OnlyFans out.
Well, I was giving Justin a chance to pump his.
Yeah, I mean,
so come on.
You got to pump those numbers up.
Exactly, baby. I'm gonna take all the fucking air, shit.
Where can they find you, Luke?
Well, I said it before, LukeStoneStudios.com. You can go over there and find all of my social media links and also the links to the Indiegogos. The trade paperback is officially turned off, no longer in demand, and the part one is going off here in the next couple of days, and you'll only be able to get that through the new campaign. The new campaign has not only this new issue, but it has a remastered issue of issue 1, going all the way back to the beginning and adding extra content. And Nicholas Anthony Tucker, who you've seen commenting throughout the night, developed an RPG for the Hybrid universe, and that is going to be the quick play for that, which is the introductory volume to that whole game that will be released later this year, is going to be available for that campaign as well. So it's one campaign, 3 books. So trying to pack it full. So there we go. Everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. We've had a good time. Definitely go check out the Justice City Chronicles. It's a good-looking book. Can't wait to read it, get my hands on it. So everybody have a good night, and just try to leave the woodpile a little bit higher than you found it, all right? Have a good one.